Boch, I'm sure you're running out of things to say in terms of the struggles of this offense, but what exactly did you see from them tonight?
Yeah, well, just got shut down. Got a hit to lead off the game, and we got no hit basically. After that for 27 outs, and their pitching did a job on us. Didn't hit a lot in this series. We got 3 runs, and I guess you take a win if that's all you're going to get. But hopefully this day off reset everybody. That's the story of the game. Our pitching did a great job. Tyler, terrific job, and just hung a change up there at the end.
You've talked about, managing the innings for Jacob, for Evo. At some point, too, like the bullpen's getting pretty taxed as well. How are you? Is that a challenge to manage that as far as those guys back there?
I think we've been watching it pretty good. So, we're giving guys days when they need them, and I think you just look at really 2 outs. They got a changeup they could handle, but Garcia came in. He did a good job. Bullpen's been doing a good job. We just got to put some runs on the board. It's a simple game, man. You don't win unless you score, and that's what happened today.
What kind of a message, if any, do you give them headed into the off day? First one at home since, I think, March 14th.
Yeah, no, really, they just need to get away. It's been a little bit of a tough grind here lately, and so hopefully, they freshen up, clear their heads, and come back and be the offense we keep saying that they're going to be.
There's no easy way to ask this, but you've got Seager came back today. You're hoping to have Carter on a rehab this weekend. You could be at full strength. Do you have to start considering absolute meritocracy in terms of playing time for the guys who are really struggling?
You got to have days where you do give them a break. With the injuries, it's been a little bit tougher. I don't think anybody has been worn out or anything. If anything, I think they've been working too hard. So we need to back off that a little bit with all the swings.
I know we're picking out like one at bat a night here at this point, but the Garcia at bat, when you had a runner on late, any situation there, did you see him get too over anxious or over amped once he got to 3-1?
I don't think so. I mean, the guy had a good slider. We had a tough time with it. It wasn't just him that had a hard time with it. That's why I made a change there and hit Jonah. Try to get something going there, make them make a change. It didn't work, but it wasn't one guy. I think you can look throughout the order at the bats. We struck out 13 times. That wasn't one guy that struck out 13 times.
On the strikeouts, you had 6 that were looking. That was a season high. Is that indicative of approach, mindset in the box you're seeing?
I think as much as anything, great location on pitches. He was hitting the spots, in and out, had a good changeup going, and you hate to see that. 2 strikes, you hoping you put in play. We struck out a lot of guys too tonight.
Hey, Both you said, get back to the offense. We keep saying they're going to be. What makes you believe that this isn't who they are?
Well, I'm not going to stop believing. I mean, I have a lot of baseball left. That's the worst thing you can do. I think that's important for them. This is a tough part of the game you have to deal with when you go through something like this. And we're men, and we got to handle it in the right way.
Thanks, Coach. Right. We'll check on Tyler here.
Tyler, how would you evaluate your performance out there tonight? How'd you feel?
I felt great. Probably made it a little harder on myself. I was getting to 2 strikes on a lot of those guys and just wasn't able to put them away. early in counts, so definitely made it harder than it had to be. But guys got on and we battled and made good pitches when we had to.
And what do you take away from a start like that where it's not necessarily coming easy and you've got to deal with some traffic and work your way out of stuff?
I don't know. It was just work on throwing better pitches, earlier in counts. I know that team kind of doesn't strike out a lot, I don't think, and they kind of put the bat on the ball. So for me to, get to 2 strikes and then throw uncompetitive pitches was kind of not the game plan, but it happened, and I mean we were able to get out of each jam that we were into. So you just turn the page and on to the next one, and just put it in the back of your mind like I need to make better pitches earlier in count.
You guys continue as a staff, as a whole, continue to keep this team competitive in pretty much every game. A lot is being made right now, obviously, of the offensive struggles. How do you all handle that as a staff, or do you just separate yourself from it completely?
Kind of separate yourself from it. Like I can't really do anything. I mean, hitting's the hardest thing to do in probably all of sports, right? So I mean, I don't know anything about hitting. So what am I going to say that's going to change anything? We just try to keep the team in the game, and they're going to turn around. I think all of us know that. I know we keep saying that, but it's going to happen. These guys are way too good. So I think we're all confident. We're just waiting for that to happen, and then when it does, we're going to be really, really good.
I mean, just generally speaking, it's not been a super fun few weeks of baseball for this team. How do you not let that compound and get to you too much as a team? How do you block out the frustration and the everything, I guess?
I think because we know we can be the best team in baseball. So it's like every day you come in, it's like this could be the day. And it for sure could be. So, I mean, come in and, expect to win.